In the afternoon, I wake up to an unaccustomed brightness. Blinking my eyes open, I glance outside and notice an absence of clouds. Looks like the storm has finally passed. Zach's bed is empty, and even a pongo is missing. I guess I'm the last one up, considering it's already midday. I hurry out of my bed and rush to get ready, then head downstairs. Don't we have some sort of mission today? The team is already gathered there, around a table. They greet me as I arrive. It looks like the storm has passed.
Correct. Which means we are able to resume our journey to Ellendale.
Not exactly. We've still got some unfinished business. We have to meet up with those men to learn the secret to unimaginable power.
The magicians, right? Alright, those two men from yesterday. Zach gets to his feet.
Ready to go?
I suppose so. I do want to somehow just either just see what that's all about, or expose those frauds. Leanna stands as well, but Kara and Amy stay put. Are you two coming?
The invitations were not extended to us.
Oh, come on! We do everything as a group. You're allowed to come if you want.
Yeah, plus I think it's a mage or crystal specific thing, so that leaves me out.
They'll be happy, like, hey, we brought along some of our friends that you can scam as well. I'm pretty sure they'll be happy with that.
We'll stick around here and see what else we can dig up and meet you guys when you're done.
Amy nods. Really? You're gonna leave us behind? That's probably for the best. I don't know. Only Leanna, Zach, and me? Us three exit the inn, studying the address on the cards given to us. We eventually come across a nondescript mansion. Cautiously, we knock on the front door. There's no response. Since they were looking for mages only, Leanna does a radial scan. On the blank door, a hidden message appears. It indicates to go around the back entrance, but only when the sun has fully set. Has it today? We decide to spend our time scouting out the location for all the different exits and get as much of the floor plan as we can figured out just in case. By the time we are done, our extensive mapping. Isn't it supposed by the time we are done with our extensive mapping? I don't fucking know. I don't speak English, okay? It is evening. What? We fucked about the entire day? Seriously? Scouting out the location? We circle around the house to the plain wooden door. We knock twice, and the door swings open. Grinning widely is one of the men who recruited us yesterday, like, "Oh, you've come! I'm so happy!" He ushers us in through the door and into the foyer, where a handful of people mill about. Isn't this exactly the same in... Yeah, maybe they just do... I mean, it's still early access / beta, right? So it's possible that sometimes just to you know, to save on resources for now at least, that they just reuse certain background images, but I'm pretty sure this is a different location, right? Despite this having the exact same background image as the one before, maybe in episode 1, but definitely the one where the casino, right, where we play poker. I take in a marble staircase and pristine tiles. Some people sit on a leather couch as we wait for whatever is supposed to happen to begin. Bright light spills into the room and reflects off of a crystal chandelier hanging from the ceiling. This room looks more expensive than my entire house back home. I never guessed it from the plain exterior or the house. You know what this kind of reminds me of? Like a cult meeting or something like that, you know? Where they bring in new people and they try to convert them. You remember that scene in Mob Psycho 100, right? Where the dude actually like tries to make people laugh. Obviously he did it, it wasn't like a real thing because he did it. How the fuck did he did it? Ah, I love Mob Psycho 100, but I always forget everything. But obviously he did it through his like powers or whatever, right? It wasn't a legit thing, obviously. But yeah, this does have like a cult vibe to it for me. After a few more minutes, a man with slick black hair approaches us with open arms and a shining grin.
Welcome!
Oh god, slick hair? The room quiets down into silence as he greets us.
I'm sure you're all wondering why you've been invited here today. It's because our expert talent scouts spotted a commonality within all of you, an unmistakable ability, a mastery of the elements.
You can already tell their experts suck because they recruited Zach. A few people sneak glances around the room. I look at Leanna, who is watching the speaker intently. Zack crosses his arms, its expression unreadable.
We too share this gift, and we too hungered for power.
Hunger? Power hungry?
We spent hours upon hours honing our craft, showing painstakingly slow progress before we were introduced to the secret techniques we hope to share with you today.
This just reminds me of those fucking ads where like grow your penis by 5 inches or something, right? By eating these pills or whatever. That shit doesn't work. Believe me, I tried. I'm
My
kidding.
friends, if you wish to become the most powerful casters in this area, then you have come to the right place. But as they say, with great power comes great responsibility. These techniques are dangerous and are not for the faint of heart. Failure can lead to dire consequences, and in order for us to continue, I need absolute assurance that you are all ready to face those consequences.
What consequences, huh? Huh?
If anyone is having second thoughts, now is the moment when you can walk out of here with no hard feelings.
I really wonder what consequences, right? Cause like this bit makes it sound like, okay, if you don't agree, like if you're willing to stay now, that means that whatever the fuck happens, which probably could include death, hey, that's on you. We warned you about it. A couple of people turn around and head back towards the door, but the majority of the group, which is still a small number of around 10 people, decide to stay. Only 10 people?
I admire all of your courage, but I'm not surprised by your decision.
A doorway to the left of the room creaks open, and a man points in that direction.
The beginning of your training is in the next room. Please proceed through the doors and our training leader will meet you there.
We gotta go into another room? Where the fuck are they leading us? A torture chamber? Low murmurings fill the silence as people begin to exit the room. As Leanna begins to pass, the strange man from before sidles up to her and lowers his voice.
So, the guild finally caught wind of this, eh?
Wait, what? Leanna masks her surprise and keeps her voice even. Wait, is that a dude from the inside? If he recognizes her and knows that Leanna's from the guild?
I'm not sure what you mean.
He chuckles and nudges her.
It's alright. You can trust me. I'm actually Broodman.
Broodman? What the fuck does that mean? He pauses, as if waiting for a recognition, but we merely stare blankly at him.
Broodman? The Silent Protector? Tamer of the Wolves at Wolves Den?
We're new at fucking Wolves Den, okay? I don't know anybody here, or anything about this fucking place. Again, we make no notion of recognition.
Well, either way, we're on the same side. I know that these guys are dangerous, and I've got a plan in place to stop them.
Okay.
How do you know they're dangerous? Do you know what their secret technique is?
Broodman waggles his eyebrows knowingly.
Right. Playing innocent to keep up your facade. I understand.
No, we genuinely don't know. Like, we have an idea that this might be fishy, but we have no proof. That's why we're here, to find out. He winks.
Look, I was planning on taking these guys down alone, but having a member of the Mage Guild as backup would ensure the downfall of these guys. What do you say? Are you in?
Like, what if this shit is real, right? What if this shit is actually real, but then why would this guy be here? Unless he's just a crazy dude who made up this whole story now? Because he is, like, schizophrenic, I don't fucking know. And he's like, oh, she looks like a Mage Guild member. Let's ask her. Leanna frowns. The thing is, I want to take this shit down if it actually is like a fucking scheme bullshit thingy, right? But what if it's actually real, right? What if it's real?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He winks.
Alright. You won't budge.
We're very committed to our act, okay? He taps his nose and then fixes his attention on Zack.
I'll just pretend I didn't see the mage emblem when you first entered Wolf's Den.
He recognized us. Yep, that's from the other outfit. Uh-oh.
What about you?
His voice trails off as Zack stares him down with his unblinking gaze. Broodman seems unfazed. Just say it. Say the name. Deathslinger. Broodman's gaze lands on me, and he quickly shifts focus.
How about you?
Follow Leanna's lead. I do like to deal the hand of justice. Follow Zack's lead. I don't know. I'm sticking with Leanna on this. I don't care. I mean, the thing is, I do think, like, we can always change our mind, right? If we find out that this shit is fucking bullshit, then we can always change our mind. and then we can just wink back at him or give like a sign to the broodman and like, alright, let's take this shit over. For now, I'm gonna stick with Leanna. I don't know what you're talking about. He taps his nose again, knowingly. We actually genuinely are like, yeah, we don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And he's like, oh yeah, alright. You guys are so fucking good, man. Holy shit. You guys keep up your act so well. We hear shuffling, and I notice most of the people have filed out of the room by now.
We should get going before they get suspicious.
Broodman nods, and we follow the other out of the room and into the evening courtyard. The courtyard is surrounded on all sides by walls, which upon further inspection are hallways connecting the different wings of the mansion. Because we're enclosed within the mansion, we're guaranteed privacy.
Listen up! I know what they promised you back there, and I know they made it sound like all of you, as long as you try, will be able to learn the technique for power.
They made it sound like it was really fucking easy, dude.
But they're wrong.
What?
Only those of you strong enough to handle that amount of magic will be successful, and that's where I come in.
Spoiler alert, no one is.
I'm here to test your proficiency with magic, and if this technique is something you can even handle.
Why do I feel maybe they're like gonna suck out the magic power of people here or something? A few staff members who were standing on the sidelines come over and begin passing out manipulators. When they reach Zack, the staff member notices his lack of manipulator and looks at him in confusion. Zack doesn't react or bother to take the manipulator from his hands either.
He passes.
He passes just from that alone? The training leader walks by, and as his gaze falls on Zack's dischargers, his expression changes. He turns to the staff with the manipulator and urges him to move on. The staff member begins to protest, but the training leader stops him.
He passes.
What the fuck? The one person that refuses to take a manipulator? Yeah, he passes. What? What? That doesn't make sense.
I know you all have your own manipulators, but I don't care. Use ours anyway. The goal of this isn't to show off who has the fanciest gadgets. It's to eliminate any variables so we can get a more accurate read on your abilities. Now, who wants to go first?
One person steps up and attempts to cast a gale, but his nerves makes his arm unsteady, and he keeps losing focus.
Enough.
You failed, dude. Get out. Get out of here. You're not strong enough. The training leader shakes his head, and the man hangs his head. The staff members lead the man out of the courtyard as the next person steps up. One by one, they go until it's my turn. My blood runs cold as clammy sweat covers my body.
Let's go. We haven't got all day.
God damn it. Why does it feel like I'm like enlisting for the army or something and I'm trying to see if I'm fit enough? I close my eyes and breathe deeply. I can do this. Just remember my training. Why are we trying to impress them? Once my hands steady, I raise my arm and channel a gust of wind as I've done so many times before. I picture Leanna watching and lifting her skirt up in the air. I'm picturing it in my mind and encouraging me. And sure enough, a gust of wind flows through my fingers. The training leader frowns, unimpressed. But the staff member who took my energy reading races over to his side. I'm pretty sure I can guess what's going on. Oh yeah, I have the elementals inside of me, right? They took a scan that said my energy levels are off the charts, and yet somehow my casting skill does not equal the energy I possess.
Pass. For now.
For now? What, you think the machine fucked up or something? I nod. The training leader calls Leanna forward, and I take this time to switch out my manipulator back to my own. She takes a deep breath, gathers her energy, and raises her arm. Her blue eyes almost turn steel gray as a gale storm whips the trees in the courtyard. Leanna's hair flies around, but she stands steady in the tempest, her gaze challenging the training leader. He raises his hand, and as instantly as she summoned it, Leanna seizes the storm. Haha! As a few people pick themselves off the ground or dust themselves off, Leanna returns to the group. It seems like that dude is just like very hesitant to just say like, wow, you're good or whatever, right? He's just, even though that was very impressive, like, pass, I guess. That was incredible. You blew me away. Keep it cool. You quite literally blew me away there, girl. Damn! You really blew me away with that display. Leanna groans. You threw caution to the wind and went all out.
You should stop.
But making these are such a breeze. Oh god, please keep them coming. Keep them coming. More wind puns.
I'm leaving now.
Wait, I'm done. I promise. They continue to move through the tests. Zack silently slinks over and joins us as Leanna surreptitiously switches back to her manipulator and does a scan of her own. She frowns at the results and lowers her voice, so I can barely hear her.
I'm getting the same strange absence of energy reading that we got back at Stonecrest.
Do you think this has something to do with Void? She nods, her expression grave. What if they're like... I mean, the Stonecrest was the first sort of thingy-majiggy, right? Where somebody sort of took... I don't know exactly, but you know the event that happened in the first chapter, right? The first episode. What if there's like just a sort of a worldwide movement happening where they try to take over minor cities one at a time, you know, and then they try to like take over the world slowly but surely, something like that? I don't know, I feel like there's just an entire organization behind it rather than just one dude, because it's kind of happening here too, right? Or at least we get the sense that it is. The guard approaches Leanna, and she quickly puts on a smile.
I have a message from the site commander. He wishes to meet you.
Huh?
Oh?
In his private quarters.
What? What? What the hell is he thinking? The fuck?
Oh?
Private quarters? He thinks he can just pick her out and like, yeah, dance for me, girl, whatever? For once, she can't hide her surprise. The guard leaves momentarily as he goes to speak with the training leader. Leanna turns to us.
We need to figure a way out of this. There's no way I'm going into the commander's private quarters.
Yeah, no fucking way.
You have to.
Zack, dude, do you realize what you're asking of her? You know what the fuck they can do to her?
What?
Quiet.
Leanna lowers her voice, but her tone is just as stern.
Do you have any idea what an invitation to his private quarters means?
Yeah, like, come on, dude.
Of course I do. And that's why you need to go. This is your chance to get inside and find out if this is a part of Void's operation, like you suspect.
I mean, I kinda get what he means, but like, she is so vulnerable if she goes in there alone, right? Like, what if she does find out something and they realize that she found out something? Then she's screwed. She frowns.
There must be another way.
Probably. But not on such short notice without an all-access pass to the most secure place in the entire mansion.
Why does Zack actually kind of make some good points? Leanna remains quiet as Zack's words sink in. Then she groans.
You're right. This is the perfect opportunity.
As much as I hate to admit it, it is. What about us, though?
We'll find a way inside and catch up with Leanna. When you get to his quarters, make sure you leave the door unlocked so we can get in.
I will. But you two better hurry up. I do not want to be alone with him longer than I need to.
Oh man. The training leader looks annoyed and waves the guard away. We fall silent as he returns to collect Leanna. She throws us one last warning look before leaving. So, how are we gonna sneak in?
We need a distraction.
As Zack and I scan our surroundings, a hand falls on my
Don't
shoulder.
worry, I've got this.
The Brood Man? He's got this? He's on our plan?
Got what?
He just winks at us. We're like, oh, what? Got what? What are you talking about? As he enters the center of the courtyard. The training leader looks amused as Broodman enters the testing space, unprompted, but doesn't stop him. Broodman stands perfectly still and takes an exaggerated breath, then slowly breathes it out. He readies his arm in front of him and summons a glowing fireball in his hand. As he aims it straight in front of him, it was only then I noticed he'd strategically placed himself so he was facing a large tree. That's smart. He'll ignite the tree accidentally as a part of his proficiency testing. Broodman takes another deep breath, and just as he's about to let a fireball fly, he sneezes hard. The fireball misdirects and catches on his clothes. Wait, I don't think this is part of his plan, is it? For the fire to catch on his clothes? He yells as the flames lap at his clothes, and drops to the ground and rolls. But instead of extinguishing the flames, the grass ignites while he rolls. Are in before this is just entirely gonna burn down this mansion? Soon the courtyard is amok, with shrieking voices and running bodies. What am I even witnessing? Doesn't matter, it's a distraction. It's a valid distraction that we can use. Take advantage of it. Zack pulls me aside.
Now's our chance.
Let's go! Because everybody's running, right? And it doesn't, obviously, then it's not suspicious if we run away too. I nod, and the two of us slip through the same door we saw Leanna go through. We enter a brightly lit corridor and try our best to blend in and stick to the few shadows in the room. We manage to escape the corridor without incident and reach another open hallway. A guard stands in the center of the room, making his rounds. That's one thing that I would find so annoying, or just like, if I don't think I'll ever fucking own a mansion, right? But just the fact that you'll have like 50, 20, 30 rooms, whatever, right? I'm pretty sure if I ever were to own a mansion with that many rooms, I would get lost in my own mansion. Like, oh, there's a corridor, and then you have another fucking 6 rooms there, and another corridor. Like, holy shit, dude. Zach signals for me to stay back as he sneaks up to the guard. Stay back, sneak with Zach. We're in this together, bro. We're in this together, okay? Ignoring Zach's signal. Wait, he signaled for me to stay? Did he really? Oh, he did signal for me to stay. Nah, dude, nah. We're in this together, okay? I sneak alongside him. He glares at me and urges me to get back. The guard unexpectedly turns around and notices me. Ah, fuck! Just before he's about to raise the alarm, Zach knocks him back with a punch and quickly his arms in. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Then the two of us drag him into a hidden alcove. He struggles as we place him in a chair. I hold him down as Zach approaches him.
Where are the commander's quarters?
I'll never tell.
Zach grins as he cracks his knuckles. Uh-oh.
Ah, good.
Oh shit! I think Death Slinger is about to pop up.
Good?
Channel your inner Death Slinger, Zach.
I was hoping you'd resist. It makes interrogation so much more fun.
Oh my god, look at that. He's actually smiling. Remember when he tried to smile? Like, towards the end of the second episode? That was a scary fucking sight, right? Holy fuck, he actually genuinely looks fucking happy now. Happy at the prospect of torturing someone. Oh, that's terrifying. But I guess this is Death Slinger talking, right? The guard resumes his struggles, but I continue to hold him down. Zach slowly approaches, and I see the fear creep into the guard's eyes.
Hold on a second.
Zach does not stop. He balls his hand into a fist. The guard looks at me with panic in his eyes.
I'll talk. Just get that crazy guy away from me.
Zach frowns but stops walking towards him.
The commander's quarters are right down this hall, and then a left at the next fork. His is the last room down that corridor.
This is one thing I always wonder during movies or whatever, right? You see this scene fairly often in movies, right? Where they try to infiltrate in like a huge building or like the main hideout from an organization, whatever, right? And then they kidnap one guy and like, where's your leader? Where is he? Which room is he in? Like, if you're only with 2 people and you kidnap the one dude and he tells you, like, what's... I'm always very hesitant to believe him. Like, he can just say like, oh yeah, he's in the 4th room there, right? And like, then what do you do then? I mean, I guess you can just keep the guy just sort of locked in here, right? But like, he can just easily tell you the wrong room or just send you in the wrong direction, and then both of you are still gonna go down the route that he gave you, right? And then what? You're later gonna come back and like, oh, you fucking lied. But there's like, they have to sneak through the rest of the mansion not to get caught, which costs a lot of fucking time. So like, I don't know. If I were ever in like the guards' position, I would just fucking lie. Like, why would I rat out my own commander, right? Unless he doesn't pay me enough or some shit like that. I don't know. I just always find it funny when they actually take this at face value in like movies and stuff, right? I just always think like, that dude's fucking lying.
That's all we needed. Thanks.
Like, I know that the whole threat that forces them to tell it, right, is the threat of danger or in this case torture, right? But you just say anything, right? Just say like, oh yeah, he's all the way in the other side of the mansion, as far away from me as possible. And then I don't think they'll ever can do anything to you, right? With one knockout punch, the guard falls unconscious, and the 2 of us hurry off. See, they just knocked him out. If they now go to the other side, right, or whatever the hell the guard told them to go to, they open that door and there's like maybe a trap there, or they get caught there, or whatever, right? and turns out not to be the right information, then what do? Did they go back to the other guy? No, he's knocked out, but once he comes to, then what? He just walks away again, right? Or he sounds the alarm, whatever. As we turn down the hall, I face Zack. Maybe that's just me nitpicking as always. I'm surprised, that was so easy. But that's just not just about this visual novel, right? I just think that that's like a very common, strange scene in movies in general, where I just think like, yeah, that doesn't make much sense to me. Zack sighs.
I know. How disappointing.
I look blankly at Zack. Okay then. He really wanted to channel some inner death slinger there. We sneak through the corridors and remain unspotted as we follow the guards' instructions. We recognize the commander's quarter immediately and see the two heavy mahogany doors at the end of the hall that are slightly ajar. Why are there no guards in front of the quarters? Isn't that suspicious?
Not if the commander's got a woman in his room.
I guess, but holy shit, but then why oh god, is he really getting it on with her? No, Leanna, you're supposed to be pure! You're supposed to be mine! Fair point. We slip into the room and are immediately greeted by a frenzy of whispers from Leanna.
Oh, finally! You guys sure took your sweet time.
Holy shit, this is one fancy room. I actually, don't you think that her armor, right? Her armor matches the decor pretty well, right? It's kind of a similar color scheme and shit. Oh shit, like look at that! There's like the drapes is like sort of purple and has a golden outer lining as well. Exactly the same as her fucking booby armor.
Calm down, we got here as quickly as we could.
He didn't do anything to you, did he? Where's the commander? Leanna points to a locked door. It must be the bathroom.
He went to freshen up.
Oh god, he went to wash his dick. She shudders. Zack crosses his arms.
Okay, then what are you doing just standing around here for? Get into position!
Yell louder so he can hear you.
What position?
Wait, what position? Zack points to the bed and Leanna paled. No way, dude! Dude, oh god. I mean, I can see kind of how this would go, right? Zack's plan. Leanna's gonna like seductively gonna lay on the bed and like, come here, tiger, right? And then obviously his eyes will only be on Leanna. And then we're hiding somewhere in the room, and the moment he tries to go towards Leanna, we ambush him from behind. That's the plan, right? I hope. But, oh god, we better stop him before he even lays a finger on Leanna, okay?
You can't be serious.
It's not a bad plan. It's just, you kind of have to just channel some inner sexiness, Leanna. Even though I know you don't want to do that. At least not towards that guy, right?
Do you want to jeopardize this operation or what?
How would posing on the bed help with this operation?
Because while he's very distractedly approaching the bed, we'll be able to knock him out from behind.
Boom. Boom. Didn't I tell you? I mean, that's the most straightforward plan ever.
Quick and quiet and not alerting any guards.
Leanna sighs, then lacklusterly climbs onto the bed. She lays down on her side and props her head up with her arm.
Like this?
Show it to us. It's definitely working as intended. Let me show you how it's done. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. It's pretty hard to stay back here. I can't help but stare. The curves of her hips draw me in alluringly as her sultry eyes invite me to go to her. What was the question? Despite the circumstances, Leanna blushes under my stare and scrambles off the bed. Zack frowns.
No, that's not right at all. You have to be more inviting.
You think you can do it better, Zack? Zack lounges on his stomach and bends his legs up at the knee as he rests his head in one of his hands.
This is the most effective pose.
I know which pose he's talking about. I know it.
Are you kidding me? You look like you're sunbathing at the beach. That's not alluring at all.
You don't know what you're talking about, woman.
Wow. Wow, Zack.
I think I'd know a thing or two more about flirting than you would.
Oh, please enlighten me, sailor.
Are we really having this conversation now? Leanna's face flushes at the memory. Oh shit! She's about to argue when the door of the bathroom flings open. A looming man stands in front of the door in nothing more than an ultra-revealing Speedo. Oh god, dude, what the fuck? Disgusting. He thought it'd be like sexy to come out in a Speedo?
Apologies for the delay, my sweet. I wanted to make sure that I was in
Oh yeah, he caught us. He freezes when he sees Zack on the bed. And for a moment, nobody moves. Is Zack still in position?
Alright, before we begin fighting, I have a really important question.
What's that? Zack mimics Leanna's original pose. No, don't tell me you're gonna ask him for his advice.
Is this attractive?
Oh, dude, now's not the time, okay? Are you really just trying to win an argument about whose flirting is more effective? The commander's face turns red with rage.
No!
Thank you, that's exactly what I said.
Oh, God. It's not effective because you're doing it, Zack.
Well, it would have been attractive if I were doing it.
Exactly. I'd agree to that. If anyone cares about my opinion, that is. The commander roars out in anger. Zack rolls off the bed and withdraws his discharges in one smooth motion. As Leanna's manipulator glows, I pull out my sword and ready a fighting stance. The commander glares at us.
Do you really think that a bunch of amateurs can take out someone as powerful as I? You fools will regret ever crossing paths with a Shadow General.
Shadow General? Oh, what are you gonna do? Send me to the Shadow Realm? Ooh. He raises his arms and is ready. Readies? Yeah, readies. For some reason, I read it as re-addies, like a separate. Okay, I don't fucking know. I got a headache right now. Readies a stance. Then his face falls as he realizes he's naked. Well, kind of in a speedo.
Oh shit!
Zack shoots a blast, which knocks the commander down. He smashes his head against the dresser and falls to the ground with a heavy thud. Leanna rushes to check on him, her sword at the ready, but he's knocked out cold. That was easier. I mean, it's kind of unfair, you know? Fighting against no matter what kind of shadow commander he may be. He was still naked. I sheathe my blade. That was easy.
They aren't so tough without their magic.
Of course. Leanna has her manipulator out and performs a scan.
He said he was a Shadow General. That just confirms that this has something to do with Void.
Yep, Void. That was the organization, right? Void. She suddenly focuses on an area in the floor, prying up the floorboard. We find a large bag filled with dark spheres. Oh yeah, now it's coming back to me. See, this is sort of what was happening in episode 1, right? So I'm guessing Void is gonna be like our main, like Team Rocket in Pokemon, for example, right? Our main enemies, or like Team Magma or Team whatever the fuck in all the Pokemon games, right? They're gonna be our
spheres.
They're gonna be our enemies.
Definitely Void.
We can't leave the spheres here. We have to take them.
We have to confiscate them.
We'll be too conspicuous lugging this bag around.
But it would be even more dangerous to leave them here for them to use.
Also, what should we do with the Shadow General? Just leave him here? Zack shrugs. Whoa! Suddenly the window crashes open. We ready ourselves for another battle, but we recognize the figure as Broodman. He dusts himself off and heads straight for the commander.
Finally, we meet again.
Hey dude, how are your clothes and the fire and shit? Broodman doesn't seem to notice we're there as he continues addressing the commander.
For all these years, I have slowly unraveled everything you've worked so hard to build. I have been that splinter that you just can't pull out. And now I am here to finish what I have started.
Dude, we're already finished. We're already done, okay? He's knocked out. We got him.
For I am Broodman. You killed my brother. Prepare.
Aw, really? This was like a revenge story for him? He worked so hard all these years to get his revenge. I'm gonna avenge my brother. I'm sorry, we took it away from you, man. I mean, you can kill him if you want. You can have him, but we like, you know, it takes away the pleasure because he probably imagined every single night before he went to bed, he imagined what it would be like to defeat the Shadow General, the man who killed his own brother. He imagined what it would feel like and how he would kill him with his own bare hands. And yeah, we're kind of taking that away from him. Minus the killing part. You can do that if you want, dude. Go ahead.
And even now, you won't give me the decency of even acknowledging my presence.
Dude, he's like knocked out cold on the floor. He moves in to kick the commander when we stop him.
Hey,
oh,
wait!
dude.
He's unconscious.
Yeah, literally kicking someone when he's down. Broodman pauses.
Yes, of course. He was so intimidated by my speech that he passed out in fear.
Right, okay. If you that badly want to take the credit, you know what? Right, okay. I don't want to ruin your revenge story, okay? Yes, your speech made him pass out in fear. That's not what. Ruben strides to the commander, and seemingly without effort, holds him over his shoulder.
Don't worry, I'll take it from here.
Damn, dude, good fucking job, Ruben. We couldn't have done it without you. Oh my god, you are a real hero. Your brother is proud of you. He launches the commander out of the newly opened window. What the hell? He just threw him out the window? Dude, come on. That's how you decide to take your revenge? Just throw him out the window? Well, if I were him, right, and I would have like plotted my revenge for many years, I would have found like a more satisfying way to kill him rather than just fucking throw him out the window.
We're on the second floor.
That isn't even gonna kill him, is it?
Oh.
We rushed to the window. That dude, what the fuck? He basically just disposed, not even disposed, he just threw it out the window, right? It's like, it's not enough to kill him, but it may like break his pinky toe or whatever, right? But dude, they might like find a Shadow General, and now those people have him in their hands, so they can rescue him. We rushed to the window. A fall from the second level may not be fatal, but it could still break a few bones. Luckily, the commander landed on a bush and looks unscathed. Ruthman crosses his arms triumphantly.
All according to plan, my friends.
Okay, if your plan was... Alright, I'm not even gonna question it, man. You spent years planning this. If you somehow planned that you would throw him out the window, pretending to not know that this was the second floor, and have him land exactly on the bush so he doesn't die, good job, man. Good job. He climbs back through the window and lands on his feet beside the commander, then takes him away into the night. We pause as we let all that sink in. So he ran away with the Shadow General?
We should get out of here before we attract too much attention.
Okay, what the fuck was that? Leanna nods. She carries the bag of tainted swears as naturally as she can and pushes open the doors. There are two guards now stationed in front of the commander's quarters, and they give us questioning looks as the three of us slip out, careful to close the door behind us.
Where is the commander?
Please don't disturb him. He's all tuckered out from our certain activities.
Oh god, this is fucking weird. It was like we had a gangbang with 3 dudes and 1 girl, right? If us 3 walk out of there and we say that, she winks. What the fuck? The guard clears his throat uncomfortably. You're like, what the fuck? I didn't know the commander was into that shit.
Right, I understand.
Or maybe the guard is like, oh yeah, again? Oh my god, he gets like more guys in there than girls, this fucking commander. The second guard looks suspiciously at Zack and me.
Hold on, what about you two?
We were part of the fun, dude. What you talking about? Oh, don't worry. We took part in those activities too. Oh my god. I wink and try to hold back my laughter at their horrified expressions.
Would you like us to elaborate?
We can explain it to you in detail if you want.
Nope, not necessary. You may go.
Zack grins as the 3 of us waltz out of the corridor. Because the commander had made it clear what his intentions were with Leanna, we had no trouble with any of the guards milling about, and were able to exit the mansion unquestioned. Holy shit! We're seriously just able to walk out of there with the dark spheres, with those idiots guards like, oh yeah! We even asked them like, hey, would you mind showing us where the exit is? Oh yeah, follow me! You did a good job with our commander! Once we were safely outside, we raced back to the inn. Bursting through the doors, we very urgently scoop up Amy and Kara. You'll never guess what the fuck happened.
Return. I assume your endeavors were successful.
We were. That was some weird shit, man.
Yep, everything's great, but we should really be getting a move on now. We'll fill you in on the details later.
Amelia looks surprised, but Kara notices the bag Leanna carries and urges Amy. What? Kara's not talking. Sounds good. We've been itching to get out of here anyway. Come on, Amy. Let's go grab our things and head out. The sooner we're out of here, the closer we'll be to Eldendale. Or Ellendale. Amy shrugs and follows Kara upstairs to grab their things. Once they return downstairs, all of us depart the inn and make our way out of the city gates of Wolfston. Once we're on the road, Leanna and I fill the rest of the team in on what happened. After traveling as swiftly as we can for the rest of the evening, we decide to make camp. We chose a secluded area off of the main road and set to work. Leanna and I split up to search for firewood, while Zack and Kara prepare our rations. Amy unrolls her sleeping pack and lights the campfire. The Pongo cuddles beside her and watches the dancing flames. Once the food is ready, all of us gather around and begin to eat in silence. Kara playfully breaks the silence.
Foiling another void operation. Seems like just another day in the life now.
Yep, that void, I don't know, like, they seem to be pretty active. Actually, now that you mention it, we have seen a lot of void presence lately. Were they supposed to have been disbanded and outlawed? Why are they everywhere?
Unless every single person who believes in Void's ideals and goals are gone, it's impossible to fully get rid of Void. They've always been around, even after the Tree of Assyria. They're just more secretive about it now.
Reminds me a lot of something that's happening right now.
It's just, you won't find them unless you know where to look.
Emilia thinks.
If what you say about Void and its operations are true, then the most logical course of action would be alert the Mage Guild or Academy of their whereabouts.
They're probably already aware of Void activities and have missions to monitor or take care of things.
It's true that the Mage Guild is involved with a lot of suspicious reports of magical activities. I'm sure many of them have some connection to Void, which the Guild would keep secret so as not to entice widespread panic.
That makes sense. A resourceful organization like that would have some serious flaws in its intelligence if they were completely blindsided by all of this. Amy nods. What? Oh shit, this is Amy's voice. What has been said seems sensible. Zack points to the bag of spheres.
What are we gonna do with those? Someone will probably come looking for them.
Can we like burn it or something? Can we do something like that? Leanna moves towards the bag.
We'll turn them into the Mage Guild of the next city, and let them know what happened.
I mean, I guess we need proof, right? We need to keep that as proof. Never mind, not burn it. That'd be a stupid idea, I agree. She tries to secure the bag when a blue little head pops up.
Oi!
Pongo, what have you been doing? Oh god! Is he actually attracted to those spheres because it has energy inside of it? The Pongo dives back into the sea of spheres, and we hear a contented sigh of poi.
Pongo, what are you doing in there?
Did she say Ponko? With a K? Not a G? Leanna, you're dead to me now. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Okay, it's not that bad, but isn't there like Ponko bread or Ponko like the cruster? I don't know. There's definitely something called Ponko, but that's not how you call our Pongo. She reaches straight into the bag and pulls him out, much to Pongo's dismay. Did you hear that, Leanna?
Boy!
He sounds really satisfied. He struggles against a grip, but he grabs him firmly. If Pongo absorbs a tainted sphere, will the Pongo become tainted too? You know what? I'd rather not find out. I don't want our Pongo to become tainted. I don't even want to risk it. Amy shakes her head.
No. The way a sphere becomes tainted is by becoming supersaturated with energy, thus becoming unstable. A Pongo's absorption of the energy is to turn said energy into fuel. He is unaffected by the type of energy absorbed.
Okay. Kara looks intrigued. She scoots closer to the Pongo and tickles him. He giggles.
I never knew that.
Alright, have fun with the bag of balls. If that's the case, why aren't Pongos used against Void? Send them into Void establishments to absorb the tainted spheres. Perfect plan. We should go back to the Pongo forest. Hell, we should talk to the fucking Pongo gangster mob team, whatever, right? That was gambling in the inn. We should definitely talk to them. We should recruit them, build our own Pongo army, and that way destroy the Void. Are you ready, Pongo? Our Pongo will be the leader of that movement, okay?
Absorbing spheres doesn't happen overnight. And when a Pongo is full, he'll stop absorbing energy. Just like how we can't eat anymore after we finished a meal.
That's why we get a whole army.
Perhaps in a span of a couple of months, a Pongo could remove all energy within a tainted sphere.
Holy shit, does it take that long? Oh my god, a couple of months? There's a lot of energy in that tainted sphere.
Exactly. The process is just too slow to be effective during a battle.
Fuck, well, there goes my plan. Never mind, Pongos. You can all go back to your forest and attic to play poker or blackjack. It's alright, okay? False alarm, false alarm. The Pongo manages to wiggle out of Leanna's grasp and plops down beside me. He stares longingly at the bag but makes no move to return. We finish up eating and begin to clean up. Afterwards, I stifle a yawn. The stars shine pinpoint of light amidst the black sky, and their comforting glow makes me even sleepier. We've had a long day. As the rest of the group also readies for bed, I crawl into my bedroll and close my eyes. The night is still, and gradually I can hear the soft breathing of my friends as they each drift to sleep. A gentle shuffling noise has me blink open my eyes. I see the Pongo slip out of Leanna's bedroll and tiptoe on over towards the bag of spheres. Ah, he's just going for a midnight energy snack, glancing back every so often at her sleeping form to make sure she doesn't hear. You sneaky Pongo. I'm gonna let you, okay? Alright. When he gets close, he shuffles the last few inches to the bag and scrambles inside. Oh man. And before, like, the next morning, right? When we wake up, we're gonna see Pongo inside of the bag of spheres just like overdosed on the fucking energy inside the spheres. He's like, oh god, I had too much, but I do not regret a thing. You guys remember? There was like, it was a couple of years ago, but wasn't there like a fucking possum found inside like a bakery? That was just like, it was so fat and he ate like a shit ton of the pastries and shit. And he was just sort of knocked out, right? On top of like a tray filled with pastries. And he's just like, he's just there like, oh yeah, this is fucking worth it. I know I got caught eating this shit. This is fucking worth it. I don't care. Kill me. It'll be worth it. That's what this reminds me of. The last thing I hear is a purring of poise as I drift to sleep. Have a nice meal, Pongo. Please don't overdose. Please don't die.